Hello everybody, I apologize for this video being extremely late and the lighting to be extremely bad, but I've really been busy over the past week, and so I haven't had a chance to make this video yet, but this is my reaction video to The End of Time Part 2, the last episode, David Tennant, the 10th Doctor. Man, my notes have like tear marks on them, this is so depressing. Okay, the first thing I had to say was that Gallifrey is beautiful. The planet was beautiful and gorgeous, and oh my gosh, I was crying already. And, oh, so pretty, so pretty. If only they weren't so, wounded by battle and mean. I don't know what I wrote here. I think it says Donna's head, so take from that what you will. God bless the cactuses! That's cacti. That's racist! When Wolf was in space, oh my gosh, that was so cute. He was so happy in his face. Oh, that was brilliant. When he was seeing Earth for the first time from a spaceship, that was one of my favorite moments in the entire episode, I think. Just wheel him! Did anyone else notice how awkward that position was that he was sitting in? His, back was arched funny, and oh, that would have sucked. Okay, so Dennis and I noticed that the ship that the green people, I forgot what their names are again, the green people's ship looks a lot like Squirt from Finding Nemo. The moment between Wilf and the Doctor is a moment that I don't think I'll ever be able to forget in terms of the 10th Doctor's run on the show. It was so beautiful and so well done, and there were two brilliant actors, and that was by far another one of my favorite moments of the episode, and one of my favorite moments in general. I think Wilf is such a brilliant character. Oh, and that moment, so sad. God, I was crying. I was crying. There were a lot of tears shed in this episode, I will tell you that now. Loved the shooting pods that Wilf and the man-green guy were in. It was very Star Wars, which is funny because I had just seen Star Wars, and I really liked that. That was fun. I'm not gonna lie that I was very confused about the whole Gallifrey plotline for most of the episode. I didn't really understand where it was going or what the purpose of it was. But I think most of my questions were cleared up by the end, but it was very confusing, and I think it could have been better described, like, where in time they were, and why, I don't know, I think it could have been better displayed to everyone, because I know that Dennis and I had to rewind and watch a couple times because we were confused. I was really surprised that the Doctor didn't, shatter all of his bones when he landed from the sky, went through a building, and flat on a marble floor or whatever it was, because that was a pretty long fall. Not one of the more realistic moments in Doctor Who, but whatever. Hell is descending. Such a good line. My notes are really spacey because I was crying so much that I missed so much stuff in terms of writing, and so it just jumped straight to the radiation, and I thought it was so fitting that after, he'd done so much that that's what he died of, saving one man, one person being Wilf, of all people, the man who keeps popping up in his life, and I thought that was really beautiful, and I don't know, I had a lot of issues with the episode, which I'll get into in a minute, but that is one thing that I found incredibly powerful, and I still haven't watched Doctor Who Confidential, but I read that there's a lot more talking on that. Now, Rosie mentioned that they touched on that a bit. So I need to watch that. As I said, I haven't had time to do anything. So, yeah. Mickey and Martha. Oh my god. That made me so happy. I can't even begin to tell you how happy that made me. Can we also mention the fact that, assuming she took his name, she's now Martha Jones Smith? That's beautiful to me, because obviously Jones and Smith, first episode she was ever in, and, well, as Martha, and, she's my favorite character, and I loved Mickey. I always loved Mickey, and I always felt so bad for him, because Rose was kind of a horrible, horrible girlfriend. When I say kind of, I mean really. I mean, I love Rose, but she was a huge bitch to Mickey, and I never liked that, because Mickey was so sweet, and I understand that he's, not the most intelligent person, but I think that the balance between them is really nice, and I loved their moment. And Martha's hair was really pretty. Martha Prima looked gorgeous in that. The bar had every monster, and they were playing the song from Deluxe in Manhattan. That was really, really cool. And Alonzo. Oh, so cool. I still hate this Levine. I still hate them. When I see them, I get angry. Alonzo and Jack, so cute. I wonder if he'll ever be in Torchwood. Assuming Torchwood is coming back at some point ever. I'd love an update on that, if we can manage that, Russell T. I want my Torchwood, and I want it soon. Loved the moment between the Doctor and Rose. As everyone knows, I'm more of a 9 Rose girl. I feel like they worked better together. But I really liked the moment that they shared in 2005. It's gonna be a great year for you. That was a really beautiful moment, I thought. Also, I know I would be the person to point this out, but I really liked Rose's clothes in that short time there. She had that pretty scarf. Yeah. I would notice that and write it down in my sadness. The universe will sing you to your sleep. I was bawling by this point. Oh my gosh. I don't want to go. That line. I thought it was so fitting for 10 to say that. I mean, it has a lot to do for me because of the fact that it's David Tennant, you know, and he's watched Doctor Who forever, and he's now the Doctor, and he doesn't want to go. And I thought that was kind of cool. But obviously that was probably not relevant when they were writing the script, but just the fact that, like, you compare his regeneration to 9's regeneration. I think 9 was ready to be a happier man, to move on to a different person. And 10 wasn't. 10 was happy with who he was. He didn't want to go, and the concept of the Doctor, he's the same person, but he's an entirely different man. I love that concept when they were talking about that. I thought that was really touching, really beautiful. I've said beautiful a lot because it applies, I think. Looking back a week later, I don't think I liked the episode as much as I feel like I should have. I mean, I still prefer Waters of Mars. I think that was my favorite special. But, I mean, I like the story. But, I don't know, there are a few things that I just didn't like about it. I guess specifically I didn't like the plotline. I thought it was really cool that we got to see the Time Lords, but it was so brief and fleeting, and it was a little weird to me. I mean, it was amazing, but I don't know. I guess I don't know what I was expecting. I think I was expecting something more grand and more huge for the Doctor, like one last fight for the Doctor before he dies. And I love his death, specifically the radiation. I like that death, but just the whole plotline in general. And I still don't really understand what Abigail and her dad. I never remember their names. I still don't really understand what their plotline was about, but whatever. I don't think that's important, but yeah. But I don't know, looking back, it's not as perfect as I would have liked, but I guess, you know, it shouldn't be. I don't know. I don't really know what I'm trying to say. I'm going to make a separate video with, about the preview for the 11th Doctor that was, I don't know, it's on the BBC's YouTube page, which is the only place I can remember it being. But yeah, I'm going to make another video about that. It probably won't be too long of a video. And Rosie, where did you get your top? Because that was really cool. Alonzo. Oh, and that saying's not going anywhere. We're not going to start saying Geronimo, I promise.